Hello, everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain to you what Creative Commons is. So Creative Commons is a nonprofit organization, and their mission is to help people share knowledge and materials that they've created online so everybody can learn from those materials. And the way they do that is to enable people to set up rules for how that thing they've created can be shared, whether it's an ebook, an article, or the PowerPoints like the ones you're going to create for this class and then share with future students. So it enables them to set restrictions on how they want that information to be shared. Now, normally you do this with copyright restrictions, but copyright is extremely technical and hard to apply in an easy to understand way. What Creative Commons does is set up specific licenses that you can use that are really straightforward and easy for everyone to understand. That way you can set restrictions on the materials that you create so that they can only be shared and used in certain ways, but that are also still pretty open for you to share with others. So let me show you some of those. So the first one is called CC BY. So it's Creative Commons by. And basically this one allows you to take materials that you have and allow people to distribute them to other people, to make remixes of them, to change them around and add materials to them, to adapt them, or to just add more content to them to share with others. You can even charge money for them. They're allowed commercial use after you make changes. The only restriction really is that you have to give credit to the original author, the original person that made the materials that you adapted or changed. This is just like when you do APA or MLA citations. When you take information, you have to give credit to the original author. Another one here is CC BY SA. So this one's the same as the one we looked at before. You can distribute, you can remix, adapt, and change something. You can even sell it. The only restrictions are that you have to give credit to the original author and this adaption restriction, which means if you decide to adapt something and change it, when you go to distribute it, you have to distribute it under the same terms as it was shared to you. So you have to also use this CC BY SA. So you can't add additional restrictions or remove restrictions. So you have to use this same set of restrictions here when you recreate the work. Another one is CC BY NC, which enables you to share, adapt and build upon materials. You have to just give credit to the original author. The only additional restriction is that they have to be limited to non-commercial use. So they have to be kind of educational and shared with others. You can't use them to make money from them. Another one is CCBY-NC-SA, which is exactly the same as the last one, only it has the additional provision that you can't add or change the Creative Commons licensing terms. So it has that same terms restriction that we talked about before. So have to give credit to the author. You can't use it for commercial purposes to sell things, and you have to share it with others under the same terms. So this one is a little more restrictive than some of the ones we looked at. You can distribute this Creative Commons items that you have. You have to give credit to the original author. You have to cite them, but you can't make any changes to it. You can't remix it. You can't add materials or anything like that. You have to share it exactly as the original author made it. So this one's the same as the last one, only it adds this non-commercial designation. So you can't share it with someone or use it with the idea to making money. This one's the most open of all in that it allows you to sort of give up any restriction that you might have had on the original. You don't have to be cited. It's put in the public domain. People can adapt it and do whatever they want to it with no conditions. So it's completely open for anyone to use in any way they wish. Those are all the Creative Commons licenses. If you go to the Creative Commons webpage, you can actually review all these different things, and also all those terms I just went over. And also they have these little icons that you can use. So if you create something, you can attach these Creative Commons icons, which really quickly tell people the terms to license these things. They're available to download and attach to materials that you create, like the PowerPoints you're working on. So as you create materials, like I said, you have to cite the original author in every kind of Creative Commons license. And here's an example of how you might do it for your PowerPoint. So say you have a picture or something that you want to use in your from Creative Commons that you want to use in your PowerPoint. You use this format here where you take the title of the work and put it in quotation marks. You include the author, so by and then the author there, and then you have that is licensed under, and then you have the Creative Commons license right there. So people can actually go and find the original work, and they can actually go and double check the original license there too on the Creative Commons website. So that's a quick overview of Creative Commons. If you do have questions, feel free to reach out to me in the library. My name's Alex Kirby. I'm one of the college librarians. There's my phone number and my email address. So if you need help with Creative Commons, feel free to reach out to me and I'll answer all your questions. Good luck on your project.